Hey loves, I just wanted to touch base and kind of talk about a couple of things with the energies that we have been feeling and that we have been going through. I've literally been in what I call the fetal position energy for a couple of days, 3 or 4 days now. And my clients reach out all the time and they're just like, you always seem so composed and keep it together. How do you do it? Blah, blah, blah. I don't. I am processing like everybody else. And, we don't talk much with the spiritual community or whatever you want to call it about the hardships and the challenges and the emotional roller coaster of our healing and of our ascension or expansion or alignment, whatever word you want to use. We are going through a never before transition. And that starts with each one of us. Like when people talk about the love wave or the vibration of love and everything like that, but it's about balance. When we go within ourselves and we find that soul self or that source self or that alignment with, our intrinsic self, that's where the love starts, because we vibrate that out from us. So we're matching the universe's vibration of love, so to speak. So remember, we come from love, every single one of us. And when we tap into that within us, that expands it and ripples out from us. So it meets the universal energy, so to speak. So it's very much about purging and clearing and allowing yourself to be you. Like, I've been criticized my whole life. I've been through things that, have been heavy and dark and all that kind of stuff. And I carried the weight of that for years, until my 30s. And not until I really delved in and started my own healing, like going within myself and doing the work I needed to do, was I able to be in alignment with who I've come here to be, so to speak. So make sure that you're taking time for yourself to be yourself and to feel what you need to feel. Like when I was going through the day before yesterday, it was really heavy, and I used to have a really bad habit of eating shitty food when I was feeling shitty. So I tapped into that on like a couple of days ago, and then I had a couple bites of what I was eating, and I was like, why am I doing this to my body? It's not my body's fault that I'm feeling this way. Why am I trying to exasperate the shitty stuff? So I put it down, whatever. But, it's those self-actualizations and those self-realizations and that mindfulness and that taking, ownership of myself and all of that help us to clear. Because I can't, like, back in the day, I used to turn to alcohol. I'd go and get a good drunk on. And get violent, and it never ended well. So taking that time to ask yourself, why am I choosing to, eat the shitty food or drink the alcohol or whatever, instead of just being in the emotions and being in my feelings and allowing them to be what they are. Like, we are not just human beings. We are a beautiful balance of source energy and human. So we're not separate. Literally, like, people talk about everything is energy, but literally everything is energy, and we are connected to absolutely everything. We all live on the same earth, so our feet touch the earth. We are energy, so our energy's in the earth. That means it's rippling out, and we're connected. We eat the same foods that come from the earth. We breathe the same air. And people can feel very challenged to understand themselves, because we're not taught to understand ourselves. We're taught to please outside of ourselves. So you have to have a status, or you have to it matters what the type of car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, and all that kind of nonsense that really has no bearing on us as human beings. It's who you are and who you've come here to be, to come back to that realization of you are source and skin. You are part of the unity consciousness. You are literally love. So taking that time to love yourself more than your attachments to suffering, more than your attachments to unhealthy behaviors, and so on and so on and so on, that's your power. That's where we have that opportunity for clarity, an opportunity to feel our alignment and to really be in that place of empowerment and self-love, because self-love allows you to love others and to love the world around you. And you know, what we give attention to, we give power to. So if you feel that you live in a horrible world, then that's what you're creating. You live in a horrible world. So if you give your attention to things outside of yourself that you don't have control over, and you allow that to kind of be absorbed by you, then that's the energy you're putting out. So it's not easy, and some days suck. But when you look back on your life and you see that you've overcome so much, and tapping into that sense of knowing that you matter, you as who you are matter, and remembering that you have done the best you can in every aspect of your life according to who you were in those moments is important. And you know, I teach my clients, we don't know until we know. So you know, when kids are starting to walk and talk and all that kind of stuff, you don't scream at them because they're learning to walk and fall down, or they say the wrong word for something. Like, no, you support them and you give them opportunity to grow and to, you know, learn. And that's what we are, perpetual toddlers. Every single one of us. And we never get shit done, guys. We're always growing, evolving, and, you know, learning, because we learn through every single experience. Whether we deem that as positive or negative, we learn through every experience of life. And some suck. Some are horrific and terrible. But who we are in each moment matters. So whether you choose to empower yourself and choose to heal and choose to have that knowing that you matter, your healing as you, as an individual, as far as you're human, it matters, because our healing ripples out and we help to heal the collective energy. Every lesson I've learned in my life, everything I have overcome, everything I have healed through, ripples out, and I'm able to help, support, and love others because of that. But also, even if I just sat in my room and did nothing ever, it's still rippling out, because everything is energy. So everything that I've done in my life for my own healing and my own expansion still ripples out, because everything is energy. So we are all connected. So when you really work from within and you take responsibility for who you are and to be the best person and to be the best human, and you know, come into that place of self-love, unconditional self-love, which is source love, then that's what you vibrate out through your whole entire life. So remember, love breeds love, hate breeds hate. So it's all about choices. If you want to be a hateful, nasty person, then that's the world you're going to live in. That's what you're creating for yourself, and that's the attraction that you are, because we are magnetic beings. So, you know, and I'm not talking about human love, because yeah, people, you know, we get hurt, right? Because of, you know, somebody else's behavior or words or actions or whatever can cause us feelings of grief, anxiety, sadness, anger, all of that kind of stuff. But it's still, everything is a choice. So this is why I don't believe in, when it comes to like, well, you made me feel this way. Nobody can make us feel. Everything is a choice, everything. And if somebody does something that I don't agree with or that pisses me off, then I choose to be pissed off. I choose to take it to a level, like, you know what I mean? So it's very much about making healthy choices for yourself, choosing better for yourself, choosing to love yourself over the choice of being miserable or holding on to animosity or anger or anything like that, because you're doing that for you. And unconditional love, when we tap into that source energy, is about freedom. That's about you being allowed to be who you are in every situation, and you staying in your own alignment. So feel your way through this, guys, and love yourself more than anything else in this world.